Hi you guys, this is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm here to do a reading for the Twin Flame Collective as we approach December 2019 here. So I have been a little bit absent from the channel, as you guys have noticed, probably for some of you. I know some people have emailed me, so I really appreciate your concern. I'm fine. I'm just I've been a little bit overwhelmed the last couple of months or so, and Spirit has been wanting me to slow down, and I haven't really. So I just, I've just felt very drained. My energy kind of felt like I was sick, and also on top of that I was going through a lot of spiritual ascension, and so that's that, and I'm back and I feel better. But with that said, I will be kind of still taking things slowly if that's what I feel called to do, until I can kind of rejuvenate everything, because I did stop taking personal readings a couple weeks back, and so I'm still kind of now getting into the healing part from that after I'm finishing people's readings that I finally did. So anyway, thank you for that, and thank you for your patience. I hope you guys have been doing well. I know this Mercury retrograde was a little bit tough, at least for me, and the energies have been a little intense. So let's take a look at what's going on here in the Twin Flame Collective. So I want to say too, if you are just watching this and you feel like you have a significant connection with somebody, it doesn't matter, just watch it anyway. See if it resonates with you. If you feel like you're just in a soulmate connection, or even a karmic connection, it really doesn't matter. And that's definitely something that I've been learning too along the way, is that it just doesn't matter what the label is. All it matters is that you feel a connection with somebody and you're here watching it. So watch it if it resonates with you. As it with any reading, it's either going to resonate with you or it's not. So just take what resonates and leave the rest alone. Starting in December, I will be doing the zodiac signs twice per month, like I mentioned a couple weeks back. I'm going to start them early, actually, in a couple days, or today, actually. actually. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to go from there and see what comes through for the first half of December, and then I'll probably do like a New Year's reading as well for 2020 for each of the signs. Okay? Alright, so let's get into this reading here. So whoever is tuning in to this reading on a twin flame journey, or any type of journey with another person that has been very significant towards you or to you, I'm going to say that this is your twin flame. I'm going to refer to this person as your twin flame, but again, it does not have to be that label. Okay, so where are the energies lining up here between you and your twin flame? I have a couple different sections I'm going to go into, so it might be a little bit of a lengthier reading. So let's take a look here at where the energies are lining up. We have the World. Wow. So I'm going to take that, actually. That feels significant. So where are the energies lining up here between you and your twin flame? Let's look at that first. So where are things at? How are you and your twin flame kind of joining together right now? What's going on in your connection just between both of you right now? How are the energies between both of you lining up as of the end of November 2019? For anybody who needs to hear these messages, where are the overall energies that are joining you and your twin flame together at this time? This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. I have everything listed down below, and I'll just quickly introduce it before I get started. Okay, so where are you and your twin flame together at this time? We have the Five of Cups, Old Wounds here. We have the Four of Cups, Missed Opportunity. And we have the Eight of Wands, Energy Surge and Communication. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this one that flew out over here is the World, and we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this could be an earth sign, female, does not have to be, but when I see the Queen of Pentacles too, especially with this deck, there's a lamb. I mean, this is very nurturing energy here. So I feel this is speaking to possibly a closure of a cycle with a earth sign, if you are an earth sign, But I'm also seeing that there's a lot of old wounds here. And with the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, I feel like with you and this twin flame right now, there is still this sense of being a little bit sad, being a little bit, feeling like there's been missed opportunities, feeling like there has been sadness and despair. And we'll take a look at them and break their energy down and see how they feel specifically. But this over here, we have the Eight of Wands, energy surge and communication. So I do feel like right now there is a possibility that you and your twin flame might be communicating or might be coming together on some level of communication in the near future. But I'm also seeing that it feels like there was a missed chance to communicate, or there was a missed chance to be together. And so remember, this is how you both are coming together. So this is how you both kind of feel each other's energy right now, where your entire connection is. And since we have two cups coming through too, I feel like there is still a lot of emotion here. I mean, with that Five of Cups, yes, with the world that flew out before, it could feel like maybe this has already been over, this has already been done. You and this twin flame could feel like, you know, things have already closed up, which is why we do have this Eight of Wands here too. It's time to move forward now from whatever old wounds have been in the way. But with that said, you're both kind of maybe at some times dwelling on what could have been. And I think that that's still coming through. So let's get some clarifiers here. So let's look at this old wounds. How are you and your twin flame coming together right now? Where is the energy between you both? Let's clarify this old wounds here. Wow, the Two of Wands and the Star. So yeah, it's almost like even though there has been that cycle completion of something, you both are still at this place of feeling like, you know, maybe it's best to move on. I do see typically with this Eight of Wands, yes, it could be communication, I'll clarify it, but I'm also seeing the Eight of Wands as just moving on, kind of in a way, you know, healing from this contemplative energy here, where one may feel like, you know, I missed an opportunity, I missed a chance. You both feel like that could have been great, or that could have been something, but now it's time to kind of get this energy back and move forward. And maybe that does mean resurfacing back into your life, or maybe not. But I think that right now somebody is still struggling, or both of you in different ways maybe are still struggling with this idea of moving on from past wounds and healing, because with the Star here is the beautiful energy of healing. So I'm going to further clarify what these old wounds are specifically, but it does feel like a lot of it has to do with maybe, you know, with the Two of Wands showing, that's like an old pathway versus a new pathway. So I think you both kind of feel the same way, that maybe it's better, like I'm hearing, like maybe it's better left where it is, or maybe it's not. Maybe this is worth another shot. And I think that that's still how things are at, because we do have this Ten of Cups at the bottom, which is beautiful, everything energy here. So I think that the Two of Wands is all about that reevaluation of, am I happy with where I am? Am I happy with where I am right now? Yeah, Three of Swords here. So not only has there been heartbreak, but, you know, potentially we've been seeing in the collective that there could have been a third party for a while now. So that also could be it, is that somebody is still struggling to remove themselves from the old wounds of the past, but they do feel like they've missed a chance here, you know, with something. So let's clarify this Four of Cups. Why is this here for how you and your twin flame are coming together right now? The Hierophant and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Hierophant's energy, this could be about commitment, also spiritual lessons here. So I feel like maybe, yeah, with that Hierophant too and the Five of Cups, or something that, yeah, there's two scenarios here. It's either still the fact that somebody is maybe taken by another person and they feel like they had missed a chance with you, but it had to happen that way because of some form of a commitment, or like they had to act with integrity here when it comes to that. So I feel like it's still dwelling on what could have been, is really what I'm seeing here. Still dwelling on what could have been. Secretly. So with the Eight of Wands being here, how are you and your twin flame coming together? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is definitely about coming forward. So we have the Six of Swords here at the bottom. This is about healing from that, old wounds, you know. The Six of Swords here is all about healing. So when I clarified this, I was wondering initially, you know, is this about moving on completely, or is this about coming forward and actually starting the connection up again? And this is about starting the connection up again, because this is a lot of fire, this is a lot of passion here. You could be a fire sign. I've been seeing this Queen of Wands a lot. I do think that this is speaking to you, the person watching the video here, and at this point there's still like this dance going back and forth, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles over here, so there's two different queens. And to me, this tells me that, especially with this coming through here, basically similar energy that we've been having for a while. Somebody's still been struggling with, should I let the past go? Should I step outside of my comfort zone? Should I go after a dream that may feel like it's too good to be true, or should I go after something that feels like it can't be attained right now? And so it's like knowing that there has been a missed chance, knowing that you both have missed an opportunity at some point, and still feeling passion with this here, but not sure again whether to take that opportunity or not. Yeah, Nine of Wands here. Like one last push, you know, wanting to feel like there could be something left to give, but not sure if that should be done or not, which is why we have the Two of Wands. So let's clarify here. This is the Twin Flame Oracle by Mystic Moon. Before I jump into your twin flame specifically, I just want to get a better idea first for what's happening overall. So where are things at just within the connection between the two of you here? What is this Two of Wands old wounds here for? Yeah, victim. Somebody is still choosing. It's actually not they're choosing. They're not choosing that. They're just still kind of back and forth with that. It's actually not so much like they're going to sulk in that. You know, it's kind of like, and for both of you, obviously, you may feel like you don't want to be a victim anymore. You don't want to be a victim anymore. So for you watching, you may be feeling like, you know, you don't want to be a victim of this connection anymore. And at times you may feel like, you know, it could have been, or there was a chance that this could have been, but then you kind of go back and forth with feeling like there's passion elsewhere for you and it's time for you to move forward. Same goes for this person that you're dealing with. I feel like they don't really want to be a victim anymore, which is why we have the Star. I mean, if you've already made it to the Two of Wands here, there's a contemplative energy of what do I do now? And so they're still feeling, going back and forth between maybe I should heal, maybe I should come forward, maybe I should have this surge of energy, or maybe I should just stay where I'm at. And that's still what I feel is happening here. What is this old wounds and decision about? So this card flew in the ground here is the balancing the scales. Yep, balancing the scales. So karma, often I see this as justice kind of energy here. So this is just about, you know, having to go through the cycles. We have the answer is yes here. I could just be confirming that there. I'm not really sure why the answer is yes flew out. But I do feel like that's what it's speaking to still. Okay, so we'll see a little bit more about what's going on outside of the connection, but that's still where things are at between both of you. Yeah, communication. So this is coming through twice. Communication, communication. So something about, should I justify the connection? You know, both of you may be thinking that in different ways again. So you may be feeling like this is not worth your time to justify this. This is not worth your words. They may be feeling like, is this worth my time to come through and communicate? So with this Four of Cups being here between you and your twin flame, yeah, we have cycles here. So with this Hierophant too, often I see the Hierophant as spiritual lessons as well. So you both have gone through quite a few spiritual lessons, I'm sure, you know, and forgiveness. Yeah, this is right in the center of the reading. So this, to me, indicates that there have been missed chances to maybe forgive each other. There has been missed chances to still work things out maybe, or just something like that. I feel there, yeah, the pride and ego has been in the way. So you both have, again, in different ways, because no one's going to be identical, but especially more of the masculine side has been kind of, again, not sure whether or not this is worth the risk. I just keep feeling like it's not sure whether or not this is worth the risk. And although there's quite a bit of passion here, it is just the Knight of Wands, you know, and the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands can die out quickly. So they may be feeling like they want to passionately come forward to you still, but when it comes to maybe, again, the old wounds that are in the way, or the third parties that are in the way, with this Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands here between you and your twin flame, yeah, I mean, action, and yeah, exactly. Divine Feminine and action. So I'm seeing that, again, this is you here, Divine Feminine, Queen of Wands, and this Queen of Pentacles over here. Don't get caught up on the elements or the signs, but it could be that that Queen of Pentacles was an external person, or maybe that was who you were before. You could have been somebody who was always nurturing the connection, and now it's like this Divine Feminine, I'm getting a dual message with this, like I mentioned a minute ago, is that you could be feeling yourself like you don't want to be a victim of this anymore, and you're not sure if this is worth your time to forgive. You're not sure if this is worth your time here to dwell on what has been lost or what has been missed. And there's still that energy coming up from the past again, and that could be just because of this Mercury retrograde that we have, I think, just exited out of. But this is action right here, like pure action. So this is saying that with this Divine Feminine, either this is you contemplating, should I take action, maybe towards the masculine, or also just maybe within your own life. And then of course the masculine is feeling like, should I take action, or should I stay stuck with where I am with this pride and ego here. So that's still what's coming through, which is very similar to what has been in a while. I've been seeing this spring quite a bit. So since we are now pretty much in the winter time, I feel like maybe in the spring, Eight of Wands, I don't know the timing of that, but it feels very springy. So maybe it's about coming forward in the spring. Maybe it's about communicating in the spring. Maybe there's an opportunity to communicate in the spring. Okay, so let's go ahead and look then at your, I'm going to say your divine map, or actually I'm going to say your twin flame. What is going on with your twin flame right now? Okay, so we'll isolate them and look at them specifically here. There's that Queen of Pentacles again. Interesting. I'm going to go into what's going on outside of this connection too. But first I want to look at okay, so what is going on with your twin flame right now, just in general? Okay, so just their life, what's going on with their overall energy. We will look at their feelings, but first I want to look at just who they are in general. So what's going on with the person that you're watching this for, your twin flame? Where is their overall energy? What's going on with your twin flame's headspace, your twin flame's energy? Where's their focus? Where's their energy? Twin flame. Okay, so we have this card here about the time. The time is flying off the clock because it's been so long. So these numbers are flying off the clock. Something is ticking away, and this person knows that. Your twin flame knows that. So that definitely tells me with that Four of Cups that we had, you know, it's kind of like, I'm actually going to grab it. Yeah, with this Four of Cups here in the world and the old wounds, everything is still fresh somehow, even if it's been a while. And it feels like, it's not fresh really, but what it is like, you know, again, the time has been ticking away. And with this Four of Cups here, this man is kind of looking here on the horizon, like kind of similar, like, I don't know, I feel like this is like time, and time has been ticking away. They know that they have missed a chance, and they know that maybe there's no time left. And that's exactly what I was seeing before. It's like knowing that there's no time left, possibly, maybe feeling like sometimes there's no time left to even revive this connection. And I think that where your twin flame is at right now is trying to figure that out, trying to figure out, am I going to sit here and either be a victim of my current life? Am I going to sit here and let life pass me by still? Am I going to let things just go? And I think sometimes they may feel like it's easier to let it go. They may feel like right now it's easier to just say that this was a missed opportunity, this was a missed chance. I know that this could have been something, but I have to let it go now. I have to move on. Okay, or they may be feeling like maybe this is worth another shot, which is what we had before. Yeah, they're afraid. So we still have fear coming up here. So this person is still very afraid. We're going to clarify these. Let's get one more. And we have the attractive female. So this is actually about seduction. And what's really interesting is that it's almost like this position that I placed the cards, comparing to the position that they came out a second ago, was the Queen of Wands over here, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Very like indicative of a female that is deserving of that energy, because the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands is like somebody who is really attractive. And this is the same energy of this card here. So your person is feeling right now, and since the Divine Feminine came through over here, I do feel primarily that is the Divine Feminine. There's a potential that it could be, you know, other people as well, or another woman, but I think that this is the Divine Feminine. But there's fear. So it's very similar energy that has been coming up for the last, I think, months or so, because it's still saying here that this masculine for a lot of people, because of this feminine here too, is feeling like the time is slipping away, knowing that there's a lot of fear about what if I don't make a move, what's going to happen? If I don't get out of my situation, what's going to happen? Or if I do come forward, then what's going to happen after that? Can I sustain the relationship? Or a bunch of scenarios here. So let's clarify. This is the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So let's clarify these cards for what's going on in your twin flames headspace right now. What is this all about? What's going on in your twin flames headspace right now? So there's the Star again. So remember, we just had this card too. This is the dance back and forth between, once again, is it time to heal from the old wounds, or with their situation as well, possibly whatever they're in, and also with you. So it's like this Star here is really the highlight of what's on the other end of the Two of Wands. And they know that. And I did see that Ten of Cups. So it's like, you know, there's still that energy coming through. So we have here Patience, the Temperance card, which is about time. So a double confirmation of time here. So your person is thinking long and hard about time, about how time is just ticking, time is wasting, time is, I don't know, but it's like they're not sure if they want to do anything about it though. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, see? They're not sure if they want to do anything about it. Yeah, the Fool. So this is interesting too, because I think that with this fear being here, the Two of Pentacles and the fear, pretty self-explanatory. They're not sure if it's worth the risk of fear. They're afraid of a lot of things here. They're afraid of what if they do this, what if they don't. So movement, choices, decisions. And with this time being here, they may feel like time has been too long. You know, I just feel like when you don't see what's in front of you for a while with the Four of Cups, then you realize kind of like, you know, there has been opportunities to heal. There has been opportunities to seize these, you know, the Fools over here with this woman. So this is you. Should I take this risk or should I not? That's just really what's coming through. But The fact that we do have the Fool is a very powerful card of a new beginning. So being that we're also approaching a new year too, it could be that they are thinking really about, maybe it is time for me to take this risk, or maybe it is time for me to do something new for myself. Maybe it is time to do this, you know, to actually take this chance, because all of that passion is still there with this attractive female. A very enticing energy. What's going on with your twin flame? Why do we have all these cards here about time? What's going on with their headspace when it comes to time? What's going on with this person's headspace when it comes to time? Devil confirmation of Temperance, and also the Seven of Pentacles. So all of this is about time. I mean, everything. And then here we have the World again. So this is just saying that something has already ended, which most of you, the majority of you, something has either ended, or there was this mischance that had already happened, even if it was a long time ago. And with this Ace of Cups, I also feel like this is about an offer of love, new love coming in, which I feel is connected to the feminine here, but we'll break that down in a little bit. But I do think it could also be that there has been a new love in their life, maybe. Again, I'll go into that, but it could be that there has been a new person in their life. This just flew out, okay? Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So that just flew into my hands, and since I had just seen the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands was over here, I do still think there's a thing going back and forth between a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. And with this Queen of, it doesn't matter who you are, I just feel like maybe it could be that one is very grounded, one is very good for them, and then the other one could be a little bit more enticing, or you could play both roles if that's your situation. But I do think that that's what I'm seeing here, is that that Queen of Pentacles wants to keep showing, and it's all about time with that Queen of Pentacles, that something has closed up. So with this two, what's the fear here for? What are they trying to figure out when it comes to fear? This person's headspace. What are they trying to figure out when it comes to fear? The Devil, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and then this card flew across the room. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with the Devil, this is about having fear. That could be Capricorn energy here for some people. I'm seeing a lot of Sagittarius and Capricorn. But with this Devil, this is about clinging on to fear. Clinging on to this Four of Pentacles here is about holding, basically not wanting to open up, not wanting to give your heart. So with this fear, and you can see this woman here is like very, she's closing her arms to her chest. So this person's still very fearful, and that's the thing why they may not come through yet, is because they're still fearful. But more than that too, they may be still kind of succumbing to the pressures or the toxicity perhaps of whatever they could be in. But I don't actually see toxicity in their headspace really, other than this here, which I feel is about, I've been seeing this combination a lot. It's like knowing that there's something unresolved from the past, and then knowing that there's something else very enticing over here. So there's a two-part thing here, you know. And I think this is connected to maybe having to clarify the wrongs of the past, even if that doesn't relate to you, like as in about you. But this is about the romantic gesture towards this female quite clearly here. So I'm going to look at this female and clarify here, and then we'll look at how they feel about you. So what is it with this female here that this person is thinking about? I'm not going to take all those. What's with this female that this person is thinking about? Yeah, it's definitely the Divine Feminine. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't focus on labels or anything like that, but obviously since there's two situations going on here, there's a chance that you could be any of these people. So just think of, or any of the, you could be the Queen of Pentacles, or you could be the Queen of Wands, the Empress. It doesn't matter how you look at it, but all I can say is that I feel like there's a divine feminine energy very clearly here, because we already had feminine, that is very attractive, that they're looking at, that also has been very painful to them. They feel like they're still not sure if they want to move on entirely from this connection because there was a painful ending, or if they want to move forward to it again. So same energy that we had with that Chariot. It could be travel for some. They could want to travel towards you. They could be seeing you on the internet or something and wanting to actually make a really big move in their life to travel or to relocate or something like that. But quite clearly, right in the center of the reading is the fear that is still encompassing this person, and I do think that there's still another person in their life that they have unresolved issues with, or that they, for a lot of you, not for all of you, of course. If this person's single, then it would just be their lack of commitment within themselves, or their lack of security within themselves, faithfulness. But I do get for a lot that there's clearly a divine feminine here that they want to be with, that is very enticing to them, it's very attractive to them. Not sure yet if they want to sustain this, but that's what they're thinking right now. And then on the other end, there could be somebody that potentially could be more stable for them, for some, or something just very long term. So they could have been with this person for many, many years or something, and it just feels very secure to them. So with all that energy surge, they could just be unsure if they want to risk all of that. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. Yeah, see, High Priestess and Ten of Cups. This came through for the Cancer reading too, and then we do have the Chariot here, so it could be somebody, could be a Cancer, but I do think that it's almost like secretly holding a vision in their heart about what would be a fantasy to them, but not sure if they can have that fantasy. And then at home, or whatever they have going on outside of this connection, is something that is just kind of maybe melancholy or a little bit stable, and they're just dissatisfied because they know they missed an opportunity to be with a fantasy. Not fantasy like they can never have it, but like it's so good, which is like twin flame energy too. It's like it's too good to be true type of energy. And that's why they're going back and forth between sometimes obsessively thinking about this feminine and knowing that maybe they need to stay where they are because perhaps they have children, or perhaps it's more stable. So very similar energy that what we have seen for quite some time now. Here's the Queen of Wands, yeah. So let's look at how they feel about you, okay? So this will clarify here. But I think for a lot of you, if you do feel like you're on a true twin flame journey here, I think that you probably are this Empress. If you feel like maybe you have questions about, I contradict myself because I said I don't focus on labels, and I don't, but there are journeys out there that are not supposed to be for a lifetime, you know, they're just supposed to be for lessons and growth. And I do think that this person has been dealing with one of those individuals as well. Okay, so how does this person feel about you? How does your twin flame feel about you? This is my oracle deck. It's called the Untold Truths of the Heart. If you guys are interested, it is available on my Etsy shop for purchase. So how does your twin flame feel about you specifically? How do they feel about you in the heart space right now? What types of emotions, what types of feelings do they have towards you? How does your twin flame feel about you? Whoever you're watching this for, how do they feel in the heart space towards you? Yeah, the drifting card. So they know that, you know, with this time, again, they know that time has been drifting away. That's very evident in this whole reading, because they know that there has been a missed chance, and they missed their chance. They feel like the time is ticking, that this is drifting. This is still how they feel, and not much has changed, I think. They're still feeling like, again, they're not sure if they want to disconnect entirely, which I think, from what I'm gathering, the final decision is going to be made soon on what they want to do. So for example, if they think it's easier to just step away from you entirely, I think for a lot of you that decision is coming into the picture soon. Or if they have decided that they want to take a leap of faith towards you, then that decision is going to come into the picture soon. Because 2020 is going to be more of a year of good things happening too, and partnerships. So I definitely think with that Fool's energy too, they are going to have to make this decision. And even if it's going to be a difficult decision, they do have to make it. So how they feel about you, yeah, heart song, inner knowing, telepathy, and intuition. Their intuition has been speaking to them a lot. Their intuition is calling them towards you. Okay, and that's why even though they're drifting away from you, they're still not sure why they're haunted by your energy still. Okay, like with this fear card too, it's not only fear. I mean, this is an intuitive deck of cards, so you can read this however you want. This is also kind of about, like, this is almost the symbolism of the connection behind them, and knowing that this is still something that haunts them. Obviously, being that they're still sitting here and staring at the floor, it's still haunting them here. So they're still unsure about why this is all haunting them. Why do I still feel this person's energy? The devil came through. So maybe sometimes obsessively feeling, could be sexual or could just be anything really, but why am I so enticed by this individual, which would be you, and for a lot of you. And this is feeling to me like their heart is calling them and they're not sure why. And illusions here. Clouded judgment, unbalanced, and skewed with this woman here. So there's a part of this person, if I'm being honest, that I feel like with that, again, the Empress and the Page of Swords and all that stuff, there's something about them that may feel like this is an illusion. And with that High Priestess and Ten of Cups, it's almost like I'm getting a scenario for some of them that they may feel like, you know, for example, maybe you had a connection with them in the past, and then, yeah, the pretend here, see? They're masking how they really feel about you, but it goes deeper than that. I also feel like maybe they feel like, you know, if you had a connection in the past and maybe, let's just say it was just a sexual connection and it never really went further than that, but you kind of, you know, you had a mutual connection, but it didn't really blossom further than that. They may be feeling like, why am I still attracted to this person that I may not even talk to that often? Why does my heart still tell me that there's something behind me, haunting me? Why do I still feel like I'm still focused on the time? You know, so I think that that's what they're struggling with right now. Feeling melancholy with their own life, which they have been for a while. Knowing that they have to make those changes to step outside of that zone. But feeling like there's part of them that's still in a form of illusion. Like they're tricking themselves. So it's not that they're just simply, you know, putting on a mask. They're actually masking themselves. Yeah. Let's get the mixed emotions and see how they feel about you. How does this person feel about you? How has this person been feeling about you? Your twin flame. How has your twin flame been feeling about you? That disgusted card better not come out. Yeah, bottom of the deck we have receptive. So that's clear here that they are receptive towards you. This is their emotions. This is the mixed emotions deck. So they are in their heart space receptive towards you, okay? When it comes to their emotions, it doesn't mean they're going to act on that, but when it comes to their emotions, they are receptive towards you on the inside here. Okay, we have guilty. So this is here with the time. They're guilty, blameworthy, responsible, and at fault. And that's the thing too. They could know that the reason why this has all happened, not all of it maybe, but a lot of it could be about what they did to you, or what choices that they made. It's almost like self-guilt I'm getting to. I'm hearing self-guilt because I feel like this is a self-mask and this is self-guilt. So it's not only guilt directly towards you, but self-guilt. If that's even a thing, but you know what I mean, like feeling like they're guilty about what they did to themselves because they put themselves in the position to sit there and have the numbers fly off the clock because things have been ticking and they've been drifting from what they really wanted, you know. Hopeless, okay, pessimistic, despondent, and defeated with this fear over here. So this is definitely, you know, they're still feeling a bit hopeless. I don't think, well, let's get the last card. We have resentful here, indignant, offended, and bitter. It's kind of interesting because I feel like with that Empress and the Page of Swords, and here we have this beautiful woman here, there's like a weird part of this person that is also feeling like what is this energy? Like feeling resentful towards you, but not like that. Not in the way where they feel, it's almost, how should I explain this energy? It's almost like, say for example, again, you and this person were together and then you maybe, I don't know, did better than them, or you went off into a new direction for yourself and they kind of see you flourishing now. So it's like they're caught in this cycle of knowing that they have been drifting away from you, but a lot of it was their own doing, in whatever way that is. It may not be about deception. It may just be about feeling like, you know, they've been a victim of their own lives. They've been sitting there and not doing anything with their lives. They've been sitting there and not going after their heart. Things like that. And maybe, and for a lot of feminines that is the case, is that you have maybe grown a lot spiritually within yourself, within your career, or whatever it is that makes you feel confident. And I think that now, obviously, they see you in this Empress light. They see you as this feminine. They see you as the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So all of this is about feeling like they're, you know, kind of what I mean probably. It's like they feel like there's some form of like, who do you think you are energy? But it's not like they're angry at you or anything like that. It's just kind of like an inner turmoil that they have. I think that that's how they feel. Like you're too good for them still, that there's something about you that's still higher than what they could offer you. And that's why they feel kind of, see, it says here pessimistic. They're kind of, this woman here looks extremely pessimistic. So it's like they're pessimistic about, am I even able to be enough? Or am I even able to get out of my own fear? It goes very deep. And I think that a lot of this is coming from this illusion. They're skewed in their way of thinking right now. They're not thinking clearly. And that's because of just probably a whole nother topic. But that could just be anything depending on your person's situation. And that's what I feel. So let's confirm with these Twin Flame messages by Mystic Moon. Volume 1, this is. What are the messages that they want to say to you here? What do they want to say to you, your Twin Flame? Wow. No other compares to you. See what I mean? It's like feeling like no other compares to this woman here, which is you. And they may have gotten themselves wrapped up in something that just became very stuck. It became very just boring. And that's that Queen of Pentacles. And not like the Queen of Pentacles is that, but that's just how she's coming through today. And I just feel like that's them feeling like, you know, you are so much more charismatic to this person, but they also have always seen you as above them here as well. And they may have never admitted that, but I think that over time, they've realized a lot of things. What do they want to say to you? Being apart has been life-changing for me. See, whatever this, all about this timing here, the temperance, the patience, the time, the drifting, the fact that you and this person have drifted apart has certainly made them appreciate you more. And that's why they're almost seeing you in a resentful light, which is what I'm trying to explain. It's like they feel like during, especially for those of you who have been apart for them for like, say, a year or something, or 6 months, it feels like they know that during this time you've grown so much and you've become a different person, and they see that either through social media with that Page of Swords or just in their own intuition, and they now kind of see you totally different than you were before, if that makes sense. Wow, so we have, you feel like home to me and we will be together again. So I haven't seen that card in a while. That could be significant for, at least for some of you, that maybe you will be together again. Maybe you will see them again. Maybe they will actually take this risk towards you again. So, last things I'm going to do here is I'm just going to look at what is outside of this connection. So let's figure out what they have going on in their own life and what they're going to do about that, and then the outcome between you and them in the next month or so. So, what does this person have going on in their life right now? Let's take a look at what the external life looks like for them. So this person that you're watching for, your twin flame, what's going on in this person's life outside of your connection? Let's figure out what this is all about. So any, partnerships, any karmic partners, any, or I should say just any people in the way, anything like that that we should be aware of here. What's going on in your person's life outside of this connection? Whoops. See what I'm saying? Queen of Pentacles. There's the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles. So somebody could be married here. They could have a full-on relationship with somebody. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands. So that's what I was saying earlier too. It's almost like maybe for some, this person could be new, or they could be an older relationship. It doesn't matter which it is, but I do feel like there's two different partnerships here. One is a more solid one. I'm not picking up today on like toxic karmic partners. As I said, that the devil is here. It could be for some, but I'm getting for a lot of others, it's more about maybe like a work environment or something that's more, they could have met this person at work, they could have shared finances together. It's just kind of, yes, they're a counterpart, so yes, they could suit each other well, but there's also kind of a bland part of this person's partnership, because with this Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands, I actually feel intuitively that this is saying that their happiness is elsewhere, because when you're at the Three of Wands, you're looking elsewhere. You're not looking at the person. You're not looking here. You have a sidekick. And that's what I feel here, because there's two number 3 cards as well. So this devil could also be their kind of obsession with that Queen of Wands, which is you, at least the Divine Feminine. And that's what I feel. So for a lot of you, there could be love here. There could be love here, and there's definitely something about family or marriage. This person either is already married to this person, they already have a very strong connection or foundation, I should say, with this person, but and I will say that it's almost like there's so much passion with the feminine, and there may not be enough passion here, and that's a problem. So I feel like it's more about the stability. And not to say that they won't be able to be with you long term, but I will say that I think that this person has more of a fantasy-based thought with you, that this is just very passionate for them, and it's very sexual maybe. And if it's not sexual, it's just maybe intense, or it's just different than anything else that they've ever experienced. And I think that they are going to have a hard time sustaining the relationship with you, especially if they are indeed with another partner or married to another partner. And that's where I feel this is coming through. So it's more about how attractive you are to them in all ways, physically, maybe spiritually, emotionally. And I think that they're enticed by that, but they may feel like their stability is more important to them, their finances, their family, their career. And that's why from the very beginning of the reading we had the Two of Wands, because they know that their fulfillment is elsewhere, but maybe their stability is here. Yeah, I do see stability here. This, like I said, this could be something new that just happened in the last couple months or so for some of you. If you know that this person has entered another relationship with that Ace of Cups, I will say that it's probably a stable relationship here. What's going on with this Queen of Pentacles and them? Seven of Wands. This Queen of Pentacles could be very defensive over your person. They could be wanting to defend their home, their security, especially if you're kind of entangled in some marriage dynamic here. We have the Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. So it's not all happiness. I do think that there's blunt truth spoken here. Maybe this is very one-sided. I get that it is one-sided. I get that this is still going on where this Queen of Pentacles may be trying to fight for your person, but see this man here looking at his fulfillment. Yes, even if it's indulgent, he's still looking over here because this Queen of Pentacles knows that there's energy given elsewhere, and she or he feels that. And this over here is telling me that your person is looking elsewhere for you because they're very enticed by you. So where's the situation heading with this dynamic here? For your person and their situation, where's it heading? Still going to be looking at you. We have the Page of Swords with the Queen of Wands. They're still going to be looking at you during the time that they're with them or talking to you. Yeah, holding on to the past with maybe that person if it's a long-term connection, or holding on to you, both things, and knowing that they have to do something about it, but moving at snail pace. So I don't see this situation ending. I see that this is going to be more about them holding on to you, but also holding on for whatever reason, for security purposes or something, to this other connection. Yeah. I'm also hearing too, I'm getting like a ton of messages today, I'm also hearing too that for some, this Queen of Pentacles could be somebody who really hurt your person in the past, and because we did have that old wounds before, and with that Six of Cups there, even if they're not like actually together with them right now, there is something about family, but it could be like a family member, a mother. For some, it could be just an ex, maybe, that they may not have love, because I'm actually not really seeing love here. I'm just seeing more about pentacles. So it could be that this Queen of Pentacles has really hurt your person before, and it has kind of drained their self-love within themselves. So they may be still wanting to come forward to you because it's so good, but when it comes to overcoming the old wounds of this Queen of Pentacles, they're still holding themselves back from you. Okay, so one of the two. Alright, so I know this has been a super long reading, but let's look at the outcome between you and this person in the next coming weeks or so. So nothing is ever set in stone, but I'm just curious of where things are heading between you and this person. So probably more going to be on their end. What actions may this person be taking towards you in the next coming months or so, let's say. So for you and your twin flame, will any of this actually be manifesting in the physical reality here? Will this person actually be entering your life? Will this person actually be coming forward to you? What's going to happen here between you and this person in the next coming months or so? Possibly. It doesn't have to be exact. What's going to happen between you and this person in the next coming months? You and your twin flame. Yeah, the Observer. See, material world. Somebody has a contract with something to do with the material world or a marriage. We have balancing the scales. We had that earlier, so that's still this going on here. Yeah, we have vibrations. We have observers. They're going to be looking at you. We have refocus, and we have recognition. So I do see progress here, but I don't see, you know, unity. I think that they're going to be working on raising their vibration to your level. They may not know what that is, but they're subconsciously going to be doing that. And also, whatever this contract is that they have going on, again, I don't think that they're going to end it for a lot of you immediately. I think that they're going to be enticing more, being drawn more into your connection. And with this Page of Swords, they're just looking at you in a different light. And I will say that it's definitely more attractive than it's ever been for whatever reason. And I think that that's them looking at you and knowing that they have a goal in mind to refocus, to recognize you, to raise their vibration. All of that's still coming through. But in terms of action, I'm not sure if they're actually going to take action towards you. What actions may your twin flame take towards you, if anything, in the next coming weeks or months? What actions may your twin flame take towards you, if anything, in the next coming months? Yeah. Mulling over the missed chances that have been happening here. Yeah, definitely. I don't see much here. I see the Hanged Man, so delays with that situation over there, being trapped in that situation over there, trying to be very cold. Yeah, Four of Cups is that missed chance again, looking from afar but not actually seizing the opportunity, being very cold, being very harsh here. Maybe not directly towards you, but I don't really see much action here, which is why this is still going to be a process. So at this point, I think that a lot of you are going to have to make a decision on what's best for you, because I still don't feel like this person's willing to actually move their life. Whatever you're doing, though, is working, because they do see you much more attractive, and not just sexually, but in all ways. And that could just be because you're more independent now, or because you're just doing well. But I definitely think that they are being slowly kind of lured into your energy, but they're just very cautious of this. They're very cautious of their whole life right now. And in terms of them actually taking action towards you, it's going to take some more time. Okay? And for those of you who are already in contact with them, yes, they may still talk to you, but I don't think that this is going to be like a full-on union thing coming up here. At least whoever I'm tuned into. Not for all of you, of course. Okay? So let's get the final words of advice. Final words of advice for whoever is tuning into this reading. Whoever is watching this reading, what is the advice for you? What do you need to hear right now in order to move forward? What's the best way for you to move forward? What do you need to hear right now when it comes to this connection? Unfamiliar territory. So this could be about knowing that this is something unfamiliar for you to let go, perhaps. It may feel kind of like a fish out of water here, that you may feel kind of like you don't know what to do. But I do think that this is saying that even if it's kind of difficult to go into unfamiliar territory, it's still being advised. The Sun. Yeah, there's happiness here. So whatever unfamiliar territory that you may be feeling is difficult for you, I think there is happiness here. I think there is a new beginning here for you. And we have inner vision. So listening to your inner vision. Listen to your, we have hope at the bottom too. So listen to your intuition. Listen to what you know is right for yourself. Whatever that is, you're going to be the only one to know what that is for you. But I do think that once you're able to kind of see the light in the unfamiliar territory, you're still shining forth. And this person definitely sees you that way. Okay? So I really hope this could help you guys. I hope this could give you some clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you do celebrate, and I will talk to you guys soon. Much love.